Okay, what's up, guys? How y'all doing, man? It's just me, JVK. I'm back with another video, but this one's gonna be the Tay-K. It's not gonna be a reaction video. Well, it is, but more, I guess, more of a media, how I feel about the situation and how things are going for Tay-K and just everything like that. And I read this article in Double XL where Tay-K was apologizing about, his management and his label and stuff like that, and how they portrayed him to be, and all of this as far as him being portrayed as a monster, and just all of these things that, of course, for the things that he did. And DJ Akademiks definitely made a video on this also, and I just wanted to check it out with y'all. But that's basically the situation, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion at the end and how I feel about it, and just things like that. So, yeah, man, let's get into this. Let's go. All right, let's see what Akademiks has to say about this, man. But let's get it.
That's what you're getting up to. Check it out now. Miss me? Now, I realized something recently. The more I make videos like I used to, like as much as I used to, I realize rappers like me more, okay? When you're not telling them the truth, when you're actually just ignoring the bullshit they do, not calling them out on it, they like you even more. Unfortunately, I don't like to be liked that much. So, you know what, man? I'm back to doing daily videos. Anyway, Tay-K 47. Now, Tay-K actually got life in prison for one murder charge, and he just got officially indicted on the other.
Yo, and that's the crazy. Hey, you gotta Alright, I'm just saying for the.
And in the other murder charge, he's actually accused of being the guy who pulled the trigger. The first one, which he got sentenced to like 55 years, he pretty much got accused of supplying the gun, going to the robbery, but he was not the person who pulled the trigger. Doesn't matter either way, as long as you participate on the plot, you might as well kill the person if they ended up dying. Now, Tay-K came out on Instagram recently, and Tay-K looked like, he had some things he wanted to get off his chest. Now, this is what he said. Yo, I want to apologize to all my fans and supporters for letting my management and my label convince me that it would not be a good decision to speak out against the way the media makes me look and the complete lies they spread. He continues, but I'm going to make sure the truth about my life and my character gets out with or without my management or label, and whoever don't like it, fuck you. The way the media inaccurately portrays has affected my life directly, so instead of waiting on my team to get a bright idea to speak up on my behalf, things will be done differently. Of course, I'm not perfect or nothing, but I'm most definitely not this monster that they try to portray me as. With that being said, I also apologize for the way I may have presented myself if I was young and inconsiderate. Now, let me just say this. Yo, Tay-K, bro. And this is where, like, just the unfiltered truth got to come out. Tay-K is still in the place where he's blaming everybody for where he's at, but not himself. Tay-K, the reason why you're fucking locked up is because you participated in some, and you said it at the end, but you didn't really say it in taking accountability for your crimes. Yeah, you were doing some young and dumb shit, but because of your actions, including your actions where allegedly you shot a nigga and killed him, where you probably, listen, you got to think about the fucking story. This is why it makes it so hard for me to have some sympathy for Tay-K, right? One of the story says Tay-K,
I guess, in a way, yes, Tay-K did something wrong. Don't get me wrong. He did something wrong when he was young, and he was definitely young and immature about it, which doesn't give nobody a pass to, to not serve the consequences of what they did. It doesn't just give them a pass for that. But if you keep looking at somebody as, oh, yeah, you did it, instead of trying to be like, okay, you did it, but let me see how, I don't know, man. It's just hard. Like I said, man, he was young, he was immature, and he was just trying to be this tough gang member or this tough gangster that most rappers want to be portrayed as. And of course he actually did it, unlike most rappers again. like I said, it's like it doesn't. But still, it doesn't give it a pass. Saying that he was young and immature, but people have to see that, you know, you also have to give time for people to grow out of it, to get out of it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
He robs this guy who was like their cameraman. The guy and kicks him out of the car. The guy didn't want them to leave with his camera, so the guy jumps on top of the hood of the car. Tay-K tells him to get the fuck off, and because Tay-K has a very short temper, Tay-K pulled out a gun and shot him while he's on the hood of the car. He gets shot a couple times, rolls off, of course, dies in a Chick-fil-A parking lot. What the fuck is Tay-K talking about? The media and everybody else making him look crazy. Nigga, you look crazy. You have 2 murder cases. Ain't nobody making you look bad but you. The thing is, what you need to do, and maybe if you had did this, you'd have got less years in jail, because if you didn't see the writing on the wall when everybody for your first case took a plea, they all took a plea. They all took accountability for what they did, and in exchange for not letting the state go through a lengthy trial, they got leniency. They got 20 years instead of 50 years. You said, nah, you want to beat the case. And for that, you went to the extent of the trial and you got 55 years. Keep in mind, your second case that you caught would have not even been here if you ain't cut off your ankle bracelet and do a song and was beating up old people and eventually allegedly killed somebody else. So when I hear Tay-K blaming the media, blaming his management, blaming his label about his perception, I don't see him addressing the reality. Maybe you should have just took accountability that what you did was wrong. Maybe you should have just plead out. You could have came home in 20 years. Hopefully this next one, maybe they give you 20, 30. But if you cop out to a plea, you would realize there's no beating the case. You can't be delusional to kill a motherfucker or participate in the killing a motherfucker and think you're going to get out scotch-free.
Of course.
I don't know what Tay-K's talking about. The media ain't portraying you crazy. They say you got 2 murder cases. You got 2 murder cases. They say you shot a nigga allegedly and killed him. You're accused of shooting a nigga and killing him. They're saying that you glorified it with a goddamn music video. Like, nigga, that's the worst part of this press. You really did. And you did it yourself. You put out a music video bragging about how you basically you're running from a murder case. Huh?
And, I mean, in a way, I of course, definitely agree with that. He did put that upon himself. And, did all of those things. So yeah, he definitely did that. He definitely did that.
Stop it, Tay-K. Listen, man, you're gonna have a long time to think about some of the mistakes you made, but beyond that, a long time to also man up and start realizing that it starts with you, and the real blame lies internally before you ever point that finger outwards. Get a comment, guys. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna take it alone.
I mean, yeah, he did a lot of those things. He definitely did a lot of those things, man. You know. And let's switch back over to this angle first. Hold on. But yeah, man. Hold on. But yeah, me and Black Smoke Inc. was talking about this actually. He's the one who actually brought it to my attention, and he was just like, "Hey, look at this, yo. Look at this." Like, and he was telling me his opinion about it and everything. But I mean, yeah, like I was saying in the video, like I was saying, Tay-K did bring this upon himself. He did shoot somebody. He did commit a crime. Don't get me wrong, those things people shouldn't do in general. He did those things, and those things are definitely wrong, and he should definitely reap the consequences of what he did. But let's think about it like this. They do all of these things to, of course, the black community, and how they and when one of us or when a black person does, of course, kill somebody, when a black person does do these crimes, they always going at it, always going at it. But say of an opposite color or opposite race, white people, they don't get portrayed like that. So I understand when he says getting portrayed as a monster, even though he did some of those things. And of course there's a divided line as far as the races, and not just that, not just the races, but just things that they do. So yeah, man, I understand a part of where Tay-K is coming from, but at the same time, you do need to reap the consequences of your actions, and what you did, especially if those actions wasn't right, especially if those actions wasn't right, and it was a crime. Yes, reap those. And of course you always need to see, and I feel like this is him growing up, this is him becoming mature in a way, because he is seeing that what he did was wrong. And I disagree with Akademiks. He did apologize. He definitely did apologize to his fans and everything like that. And don't get me wrong, he probably, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak upon like him beating the case and everything, but this is just my opinion about that situation. As far as that, whether you disagree, whether you agree, this is just my opinion, how I feel. So yeah, man. But yeah, for sure. Anyways, man, let's see what else comes out with Tay-K. Of course, Tay-K definitely is not getting out of prison. He's not getting out of prison anytime soon. And yeah, man. So anyways, this is gonna be another episode of my opinion. I haven't did one of these in a while. And make sure y'all like, subscribe, and definitely turn on post notifications if you wanna continue getting content from me. Or yeah, if you wanna keep seeing content coming out and you wanna catch it right when it comes out, go ahead. Get that notification button. So without further ado, guys, I'm out of here. But I just want to talk on that because I thought it would create kind of a dope conversation. If y'all want to talk, if y'all want to say something about it, y'all go ahead. If y'all want to talk in the comments about it, y'all go ahead. But I just thought it would create a good conversation about it. So catch y'all in another video. I'm out.